Hi besties, aren't you glad you tuned into this video? I realized that I hadn't played with any orange shadows recently, so that's what I wanted to do today. So this is the look that I came up with. A little bit of sparkle, a little peach, a little burgundy, kind of a little of everything. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jan. I use she, her pronouns, and I only do it for the girls, the gays, and the theys. And if while you're here, please check out the links in my link tree. I have several links to support the humanitarian crises happening in Tigray, Ethiopia, Democratic Republic of Congo, Sudan, as well as Haiti. I also have some immigration resources linked to my link tree as well. I also have a few Palestinian families that I'm trying to raise money for, so if you can't donate, please share this video. If you want to see how I got this look, please keep watching. Also, in the comments down below, please tell me what your favorite color is or your favorite like color combination. So mine, for instance, pink and black. Like for my entire life, it's been pink and black. So let me know. Okay, besties, we're gonna be playing with the Carnevil palette from Jolie Beauty. I got this for my birthday from one of my best friends. I'm gonna take Peculiar right here, which is this light orange, just as a transition. I'm just taking that on my fluffy brush, tapping off any excess. Oh, that's a cool effect. And I'm just popping that lightly into my crease. And probably all over. Yeah, that looks so yellow on camera. Okay, besties. Now I'm going to take a mixture of Voodoo and Contortion. So that's these two like burnt orange shades. Just on that same fluffy brush. And you're just going to pop that onto the lid, into the crease, probably all over. Just to deepen up. Alrighty, that's what we're looking like. I did take those two shades just a little bit more concentrated into my crease, so yeah, liking how this is looking. I'm going to take some of Ringmaster down here, which is this little fleet orange shade, just to deepen everything up a little bit. Just tapping off my brush. And just to really start getting those like orangey tones in there. It's giving Fanta. Alrighty, so I do want to get a little bit more depth and contrast. So we're going to take the Reloaded Neutrals 3 palette from Makeup Revolution. And I'm going to take probably like this dark brown and maybe some of this plummy shade. But I'm going to try the dark brown just on a different fluffy brush. And just get that into the outer corner. Just for a little bit of contrast. Just like that. I might honestly mix it with the black shadow down here because it's not like black. It's almost like a dark gray. So it looks like that. It's really good for like if you want to add a little bit of darkness and contrast, but you don't want like black. So that is what that's looking like. I'm going to take my brush with the orange and just kind of blend it out. So that's what we're looking like. Love it. Got the darkness that I wanted, but it's still like diffused. I think I do still want to incorporate some red tones into this. So I'm going to take this shade from the Reloaded Neutrals 3 palette on a clean brush that looks like this. It's just on the very tips of the brush. And we're just going to go in on the lid and into the crease. I like these kind of brushes because they can apply the shadow, but they're also like a little bit fluffy so they can blend out. I think I got this from like Coastal Scents when I was like a child, because I was watching beauty YouTube in 2008. So honestly, filming these videos just fills me with like so much joy. Okay, it's locally giving like burnt sunset kind of vibes. I'm in love. Also, besties, I have a lot of products that aren't being sold anymore because I've collected them, but if you want to like recreate any of the looks that I do, feel free to use like anything that you have at home. Generally, like these specific products are not required for the look. It's just what I happen to have on hand and what I'm using. So like feel free to use your own products, feel free to use things that are similar, feel free to like do the same look with a different color story. Like makeup is so amazing that way, where you can, a lot of times like I'll see something that somebody else does and be like, oh, I like want to work with those colors, but I want to do them in a different way. Like makeup is so kind of wonderful that way. Or especially when I was like growing up, I would have it was me and my Coastal Scents palettes like against the world. Like, and I would see like people on YouTube like doing these looks with like these big fancy palettes, and I would have like me and my Coastal Scents palettes. I would do, you know, whatever different look, and I would just practice and practice. And I just want to say that like I said, the products that I'm using are just that, like just what I'm using. Just let me make that clear that like, especially when I first started out doing makeup when I was a teenager, like I was using, you know, Coastal Scents and stuff. I would ask for them as like birthday and Christmas gifts. So yeah, you can, it doesn't have to be the exact products that I'm using to get a similar look. So yeah, just a little disclaimer there. I do want to take this Sweet Talk palette. I'm going to take a shade from this for my lid. So this is going to be the shade Melody right here, which is this beautiful like burnt peach shade. It's this one right here. It's just like a brownie kind of orangey peachy color. And I'm literally just taking it on my finger on the inner portion of my eye. I think I may want to work with a glitter today, probably. So this is just kind of going to be a base for where the glitter is going to go. So she's beautiful, she's shimmery, she's there. I just don't like to put glitter down without having something behind it because it just makes it look more cohesive. Also, my nails are in a state because I took off my glue on nails, so I like to let them kind of chill out and air for a couple weeks between when I do my set, because I use the stuff from Sally's. This nail glue, it is super intense. It keeps stuff on for like a few weeks, but after my nails kind of start falling off, I like to give them a few weeks to like breathe, so my nails will be kind of bare for a few weeks. Okay, it's time for glitter. I'm going to take my Cara Beauty Mega Glitz palette. We're going to take this shade right here. It's called Tada. I don't know if y'all are going to tell because it looks mostly like peachy kind of orange, but it has like a little bit of like pinky and lime kind of sparkle. You can see it there. See, it has like a little bit of like a lime and pinky sparkle. Now, I'm not going to take my Kiss Lash Lay because I kind of just want this to be like a kind of diffused sparkle. So I'm just going to, and these are kind of in their own little like gel anyway in the pan. So I'm literally just gonna take this on my finger and just press that in just for like a little bit of sparkle. It is so pretty, and I love, see, y'all can see like the limey kind of, the lime sparkles are definitely catching the light. It kind of brings a different kind of tone to it, and I love it. So I'm gonna finish patting that in just on top. Look at that sparkle, y'all. I die. It's so pretty. I am taking it like all over my lid, but since I'm not applying it like super heavily, it's just kind of gonna give like an overall kind of glimmer moment to even the darker edges. Besties, that lime sparkle is just giving me like literal life. Something is making me want to do like a darker inner corner. I don't know. We're gonna try it. If I hate it, then I'll just wipe it away. I'm gonna take maybe just a little bit of that burgundy shade from the Reloaded palette on a brush that looks like this. Just on like the very tips. We're just gonna see how I feel about this. This is something kind of new for me, but I really did like the darker inner corner that I had last week. I mean, dark for me because I'm used to like the 2016 like blinding freaking like super white inner corner highlight, but I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone. I think that that's important. Take that just in there. I think that looks pretty cool. I do like that. I don't know, we'll see. I do like how that tear duct looks though. Also, I promise y'all I have plans for my background. I'm gonna rearrange my two desks that I have here. So I hope y'all will like what I have planned. Also, my bedroom itself is kind of a work in progress. So like this will not even look like that in hopefully a couple months, just with getting furniture and organizational stuff. But y'all will hopefully be switching views from right here to over here. I've got a plan. I am actually going to switch to a brush that looks like this. Is a flat shader brush from the Naked palette. So I'm going to use this end because it is a little bit stiff, but it can also like blend, and I want to use that for maybe this like brown This is like a reddish brown shade from that Neutrals 3 palette. We're just gonna try it. I don't know. Just to give, because it's not like super, super dark, especially if you like tap it off with your hand. I'm gonna see how I'm feeling. Because I like how that tear duct is looking. But maybe just like darken up in there. Okay. So I'm honestly super not sure how I feel about that. I really liked how the tear duct looked, but okay. I'm looking at it on camera. That doesn't look bad. I'll probably just get rid of like this bit, but yeah, that looks fine. Also, I did go ahead and apply my NYX Duck Plump in Clearly Spicy just because a little challenge in the lip volume area. So I like to apply this and give it some time to set in. It is spicy. If you're not used to kind of how a typical lip plumper feels, it's pretty spicy. There's literally like a warning label on it, but I really like it and I really find that it makes a difference. I am just going in with that burgundy shade again that we've been working with, just kind of over the brown on that same brush. So yeah, I do really like that. I like how that looks. Actually, I wasn't expecting to. So that's what we're looking like. I love that. I do want to go in with some of the brown and the black from the Neutrals 3 palette just to connect this inner corner bit with this bit. Like, I just feel like, I don't know. That's a me thing. I just want it to be like connected and kind of look cohesive. So I'm just going to go in with my blending brush just right in there to kind of connect the two. That looks so cool. I love that. That looks so cool. Oh my goodness. I kind of love the black in there. I feel like I wasn't thinking I was gonna like it. I kind of freaking love that. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, besties, it's time to start working on the lower lash. So of course I'm gonna take my handy dandy Beauty Creations liner in Outer Space. Because of who I am as a person, I need this to be dark and smudgy. So, just like that. Alrighty, and I'm going to take a brush that looks like this and just smudge that. This one is so nice and smudgy. For the shadow on the lower lash, I'm going to take Strange, which is this one right here. It's like a warm tone brown with some shimmer. And I'm just going to take that on a shader brush so it looks like that. Just going to pop that on the lower lash so it's kind of the same tones as like the top of my eye. I have an idea and I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it, but I do want to try it. So I want to take a little bit of Unusual right here from the Carnevil palette, which is this very interesting shade. So it's kind of like, it looks purple on camera. So that's this shade like up here, but it like kind of shifts green. I want to see how that looks in the inner corner. So like, I'm going to try it. So I'm just going to take a flat shader brush, just my very inner corner, like right there. I just think that looks so freaking cool. I'm also gonna take that on the outer as well. Just to kind of, I don't know, that just looks so cool when it like hits the light. So like, look at it, even on my brush, it's coming off purple, but like, it has this like really cool, like gold greeny shift to it. I don't know, that just looks cool. I don't know. Alrighty. So I do want to add like a half wing to this. So I am taking my NYX Epic Ink liner. This is a brush tip, and we will see if I can do this on camera. I managed it last time-ish, so we will see. Sorry, I did this last time where I like trying to be more mindful and more demure about actually showing what I'm doing on camera. I think the last video that I posted, I was like, oh heck, when I was smudging my lower liner, it was a little bit out of frame. Rookie mistake. I'm just gonna connect that. Okay, that doesn't look bad. And I'm just gonna bring that liquid liner in just a little bit. Maybe just like a thin line. Typically with liquid liner over glitter, it's kind of a pain, but if you do like a thin line of liquid liner when you put on lashes, it just makes everything look a little bit more like cohesive. And and it kind of helps to blend the lash. So I'll just do like a little thin line. You can like barely see it, but when I put my lashes on, it's gonna make the lash band a little bit more invisible. Okay, besties, these wings are very symmetrical as I'm gonna get them. My eyes are slightly different shapes, so I kind of have to adjust based on what my eye shape is to make them look as symmetrical as possible. Like this one is a little bit more hooded in this outer corner, and this one does not have that like hooded outer corner. So anyway, I'm gonna do the rest of my face makeup and then come right back. If y'all would like a full tutorial and like a breakdown on my favorite base products, how I prep my skin before makeup, I'm happy to do it. It just won't be in this video. So besties, I have so much to tell you. I think it would be easiest to go from top to bottom. So my lashes are my Kiss So Wispy in the style Pompadour. These look like this. They come in like a 5-pack. I love these. If I don't know what kind of lash to do for a look, these are my go-tos. They're gorgeous. For my brow bone highlight, I had to go back to my Chucky Friends Till the End one. I just love how that looks on the brow bone, and I feel like it really goes with the look. My inner corner highlight is something different though. It's the Winnie the Pooh Silly Old Bear Super Shock Highlighter. It came out with ColourPop a few years ago. It's just like this goldy kind of color. Let me see if I can swatch it. Yeah, it's just like a white gold. For my actual inner corner highlight, I took it back to 2016 and did my Anastasia Moonchild palette. I used the shade Pink Heart, which has some like peachy, pinky sparkles. I just thought it looked really cool over like the darker colors that we have on the inner corner. I used my Half Magic Glitter Puck in Dopamine Sparkle. It has like pink and gold glitter in it, so I felt like it really went with the look. And I love this thing on my cheekbones. For my cheeks, I actually used a combination of this liquid lip and cheek color from Wet n Wild. It came out at Christmas with the Nightmare Before Christmas collection. It's just like this burnt orange color, but I kind of wanted to make it a little bit of a different tone, so I used my M158 Cream Clay Shadow. This is from Jessica Hayes's Southern Goth palette. I love using this as blush, but I kind of mixed the two together. I kind of layered the two together, and they made this like really nice, kind of naturally peachy color. So I'm gonna take y'all on a little bit of a journey with this lip combo, but I love the end result. So I took M1990 from Mob Beauty just as a base, and then I took the M147, which is a dark brown that I used in my last video. And then in the center, I took the Frost Lipstick M175, which I believe is called Frostbite from Hannah. And that's what's in the center. And then I went over it with Jessica's M138 Black Lip Balm, and I blotted my lips in between each step. So I really love this combo. And then I did take some of the M147 just to reinforce like the corners. I also wanted to show you besties what this looks like with back camera because the quality is a whole lot better. So I just wanted y'all to be able to see like all the details. If you've made it to the end of this video, I love you the most. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.